What's up, YouTube? Thank you guys for tuning back in. We're back since what Wednesday, first things first. I really like that show. We got Nick Wright, Chris Broussard, Kevin Wilds back at it, and Nick Wright finally admits it's time to worry. And guys, it makes sense why he hasn't worried. But the problem with Nick is he's kind of brash and he's arrogant and like, his fandom is so crazy because it blocked, like, his actual analysis, and he's been wrong so much that we have to keep calling this guy out, but I believe he finally, finally came through and said he is worried. And guys, before we get started and listen in, tune in here, please hit the subscribe. I only got about 5 subscribers. If you guys can help me get to 50, then we can set up we can head to 100 and so on and so forth. But please hit this like, subscribe, and let me know what you think. Do you think the Chiefs will make the playoffs after starting more than midway through the season, 8-8? Let me know what you think, guys. Let's tune in. Let's listen.
Okay, now is it time to worry about the Chiefs?
Bet $5 and get $150
Oh,
in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $150.
Of course it's time to worry. Wow. Listen, after the Denver loss, I sat here and let me go back a step further. After the Bills loss, going into the bye, when they were at 5-4,
Yeah.
I said, listen, tough loss given the fact that they had already given some games away, but I expect them to finish 12-5. And I remember your reaction. You were like, really? And I'm like, yeah, really. I think they're going to go 12-5.
12-5 after almost losing to the New York Giants. And then they went on to lose after the tackle that turned the tide. The tackle that turned the tide to a Giants team that he killed the Chargers for barely winning. I believe they barely won that game. And Nick Wright was all over TV. Now he's going to talk about the offensive line. He's going to talk about everybody but Patrick Mahomes. And sure, Patrick had a great game this past Thanksgiving, but at the end of the day, you guys punted a couple times, and the Dallas defense not all that. So, are you telling me that your defense is better? Your Dallas Cowboys defense is better than the Chiefs defense? I don't know about that. Let's listen. Let's listen.
They then lost their immediate next game, and after that Denver game, I said, well, 12-5 is not going to happen when you're 5-5. They need to go 6-1 the rest of
The Denver game was that was the guarantee herd around mile high. It was an away game and he guaranteed a W. And I mean that pass rush was relentless and it was a low scoring game, but at the fourth quarter, Bo Nix came through and outplayed Patrick. So what about that game? Who knows? That's gonna happen.
the way. That was 1-1 ago. So that means the margin of error is down to nothing. Now, Patrick seems confident. The fact that Patrick, for the first time in his career, is not just talking about the next game, I found noteworthy.
That's interesting.
And the fact that Andy Reid today, we don't have the sound yet. He did it 20 minutes ago. You guys probably haven't seen the quote. Andy Reid was damn near defiant in his press conference today about how close they are, how the odd turn of phrase he chose, which is the Chiefs are going to tickle your tonsils on every play the rest of the season. His words, not mine. I don't even know what it means. And that they seem to believe they can rip off 5 in a row. But here's why it's a problem, and it's a problem greater than the fact that they are up against the best pass rush in football on Sunday night, certainly without their starting left tackle, who's out for a month or longer, and maybe without their
Guys, I'm gonna end it right there. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think they can run the tables? My next video is gonna be can the Chiefs run the tables? I think you guys should watch that video. I'll have it posted here shortly. Like I said, guys, I have about 5 subscribers. If you guys can help me get to 50, if you guys can help me get to 10, and then we can go to 20. From 10, let's go to 50. From 50, take little steps here and there. But thank you guys for tuning in. Let me know what you think. Um, do you think Nick Wright is truly, truly humbled? Because I want to say he's humbled, but at the same time, I think he's just I think he's just mad that he's like been wrong this many times. I mean, he's probably hurt too because we didn't hear from this guy since Wednesday. Didn't hear from him since Wednesday, mind you. His job and he has a podcast outside of this. So if you don't hear from him since Wednesday, he got some stuff going on. Okay, he's hurting. All right. So um, guys, please hit like, subscribe, and let me know what you think at the bottom. Okay, let me know what you think. See y'all soon.